The Central Florida real estate market is hot. So if you're ready to buy or fixing her up to sell, you need to go for the gold with Randy Everett and the Randall Group. Randy knows the market and will work with you to develop a plan of action, whether buying or selling. From downtown to Lake Mary, Oviedo to Winter Garden, Longwood to Windermere. Go to randyeverett.com or call 407-448-0770 now. Go for the gold.
Oh, that must be Chris Hart.
He's even got his own radio show. Join him every weekend for Florida Home Radio Live right here Saturday mornings at 10 on AM 660 The Answer.
Look, the worst part about business travel is worrying about my wife and kids at home alone. My family said it's my responsibility. That's why I started researching home security. I called the big
Yeah, he usually sits right where Mickey is, so he
doesn't. But the best technology for the best price came from Vivint. Yes, Vivint gives me a complete security system, but their video technology is unlimited.
Only one ear.
I can see what's going on in my
These here are only no ear.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they kind of.
Then you may want to grab some from out of yeah.
$1,300 worth of camera and security.
I think Pete is in that other room.
Vivint was the easy choice for my family's safety.
Take control of your family's safety with Vivint. Order now for up to $1,300 in security equipment at no charge. Just pay as
You guys heard about the mom that was suspended over Common Core?
Call 1-800.
I just saw the headline, but I didn't read the story.
Yeah, basically she allowed her kid to take pamphlets to his school to pass out and help inform other kids and to tell the kids, hey, let your parents know about this, blah, blah, blah. And so the teachers or principal found out and told the mom she's officially suspended. So if she talks about Common Core, if she steps on the campus within the next 2 weeks, she will be jailed.
Do they allow any other distribution of any other literature? Because that's the rule. It's not to say allow any other distribution. They have to allow.
And it didn't say that in the article, but that's why you're the attorney.
Schools think they can get away with anything, you know.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Until they get a letter from you guys, and then they're like, "Oh, crying." Okay.
9 times out of 10, we don't even have to go to court.
It's just a letter will solve it.
One or more letters, 1 to 3 letters, let's say, maybe a phone call or 2. And if they still get, you know, stubborn, then we file suit.
Right.
We win 9 out of 10 cases. So it's like, but a lot of times they get the religion real fast.
I have to ask. You wanted a cup of water before it came out.
Or you simply don't have health insurance where you work and you need it.
I should have brought in some bottles.
Insurance Solutions can help you. Our agents will help you find coverage you can afford. InSphere Insurance Solutions is an authorized agency in all 50 states, including the District of Columbia. Plans may not be available in all states.
Yeah, we were taking our time, I guess, kind of with the site, and then Mark, it was like this week I got emails from people, will you write for me, will you write for me? And I was like, are you serious? So, and then WorldNet Daily and another Star Parker's website said, we want a link to your website.
Probably you get a wave over this.
And I was like, ah!
Then you're in the right place at the right time. Welcome to the Carl Jackson Show with his right-hand man, Mickey Alvarez. And they are ready to take on the DC Elite and local issues important to you. And your opinion always counts. You can call 407-774-8255. And now, here's Carl.
Hey, Mother's Day will be here before you know it. So we have one of our sponsors, SalonZion.com, giving away some free haircuts. And also some, what I call buddy passes. I forget their exact name for them. But basically, you ladies out there, if you want to call into the show, you don't have to come on air. Or if you want to get in contact with us via Facebook or email, you can email us at carljacksonradio@gmail.com. Go on our Facebook page, leave us a message if you live in the local Central Florida area. And you can get a free coupon to Salon Zion, where it's a Paul Mitchell focused salon. Husbands, boyfriends, sons, whomever, feel free to call in and do the same. Mother's Day, like I said, will be here before you know it. Salon Zion is hooking us up with some gift certificates for free haircuts, at least 1 per week, so you can get a free one, or you want to call in for the buddy pass. Your wife or girlfriend or whomever can take a friend with her and get 50% off. Both of them will get 50% off. So the gift certificate, I believe, is good for a $45 haircut. However, they have tiered pricing, so it could get a little more costly if you like. If If you like to deal with the master stylist there, Paul Mitchell, master associate Lenny King, you can do that. So I just wanted to let you know that. So 407-774-8255 is the number to call in. Some of you may have heard, but officially as of this week, I'm a syndicated blogger. Thank God. I'm now blogging for the conservativepundit.net, Star Parkers, blackcommunitynews.com, and I will have articles as well on WorldNet Daily. So praise God for that. You can go and look on these websites and look for my name, Carl Jackson, and look for my first article or op-ed entitled Conservatism Defined. I believe WorldNet Daily changed the title to the 5 C's of Real Conservatism, but you can find it there. We're going to have a show today. We're going to touch on Common Core, and if time permits, we're going to talk about the SCOTUS decision, the Supreme Court of the United States decision this week as far as campaign financing is concerned. I have a lot of people in studio. Of course, you know, Mickey Alvarez is here. Sultan Ramza is with us in studio today. We have Stephen Gushov of the Liberty Counsel. And Steve, we're going to get to Common Core, but before we get there, tell everyone what your organization is about. And then after that, Jim, I want you to cue up this audio that we have of Dick Lamb. I heard on Mark Levin, and I think it's important that you understand who liberals are. But before we do that, you need to understand who Liberty Counsel is. Steve.
Well, thank you, Carl. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be here. I'm Stephen Gushov from Liberty Counsel, and Liberty Counsel is a non-profit Christian law firm. We have offices in Orlando and also in Lynchburg, Virginia, also on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., and also in Jerusalem, Israel. We defend lots of cases involving religious liberty, religious freedom. We defend a lot of pro-life cases. We also defend the traditional family. It kind of chagrins me that I have to use that adjective, traditional, before the word family, but that's where we are today. And so we do lots of cases all around the country. We've been heavily involved in the Obamacare case at the Supreme Court. We were the first private plaintiff in Obamacare back in 2010. We recently filed an amicus brief, a friend of the court brief, in the Hobby Lobby and Conestoga Wood cases. So we're heavily involved in the Obamacare case, and also many people probably are aware of us through our work in the Justina Pelletier case in Boston, the notorious case where the Commonwealth of Massachusetts ripped a 15-year-old girl away from her family and are basically holding her prisoner. And our founder and chairman, Matt Staver, who's been on Fox News a lot, is going to be on with Mike Huckabee tonight at 8 p.m., Saturday night at 8 p.m., to give an update on the Pelletier case as well. And so that's a little thumbnail sketch of what we do. People can visit our website at lc.org. That's lc.org is our website.
Yeah, and you guys are all over the place, and you're doing the Lord's work. So for those of you that want to contribute, you can go on that site, I'm assuming, and donate. Please do that. I mean, I remember when I first got involved politically, one of the first organizations that I heard of was the ACLJ. I later found out about Liberty Counsel. There's Alliance Defending Freedom and other organizations. But if you can, spread the wealth to these organizations. They really do the Lord's work. We oftentimes don't realize how heavily persecuted Christians are within the United States. It's pretty astounding. And what leftists often do is they use the court system. They can't win in the arena of public opinion, so they use the court system to bully Christians often.
Leftists and liberals like to talk all the time about how tolerant they are of people. They're tolerant of everyone but Christians. Christians are the one group in U.S. society that you're allowed to be intolerant against these days. So
yes.
This keeps us busy because there's lots of intolerance against Christians. You hear the word bullying all the time. We're going to talk about Common Core in schools. You hear about bullying in schools. There's bullying against Christians in this society, and sadly it's allowable many times. Yeah,
it's crazy. I think the only way that you can get away with Christian free speech is if you name yourself like Sultan Ramza. People get confused. They think you're Muslim, so they don't say anything. But anyway, all right, listen. Let me give you a theme, a starting theme anyway. And I've tweeted this, but you can follow me on Twitter at Carl Jackson Show. But I want to read one of my tweets this week, and then Jim, I want you to go ahead and cue up this audio because it's crucially important for you to understand who liberals are, who they really are, what they really believe, what they really want to do. If you believe that leftist Democrats, and I'm not talking about the voters, I'm not talking about you constituents, but if you vote Democrat, based on the fact that you believe, or at least the belief that they care for the poor, they care for the elderly. It's a bunch of nonsense. This is the most racist political party to ever exist in American history, and they have gotten away with it because they lie and they pass out welfare claiming that they're doing good because their voters don't check out the stats to realize that every facet of everything they do, they've destroyed families, they've destroyed people, they've destroyed communities, and they really don't care. So here's what I tweeted. Libs don't mind free speech as long as there's no free thought. They don't mind free speech. They don't mind you saying whatever you want to say as long as what you have to say is what they believe. They don't care about their voters as they would presume. Jim, go ahead and cue up this clip. I want you to listen carefully to this clip. It runs just over a minute long, but it's crucial to this conversation on Common Core, or before we get started on Common Core.